All right, hello there. This lesson is going to be on how do you write code to a file. So the idea here is, um, that if you had an actual like program or game or something, say you had a character like in a role-playing game, you'd want the user to be able to create a character, go around, play, build some stats or whatever, get some items, and then when they load the game the next time, their character would still be there. Okay, so in order to do that, you have to read from files, which you've already done, like read the data out of it. But you can also write to files. So like at the end of the game, you write to the file their new stats, like what's their health, what's their damage, what items do they have, all that stuff. Okay, so this isn't tested on the AP exam at all, but I wanted to show you this because if you want to use it in your programs, obviously reading is great, but you also want to be able to write out, record data at the end of the program or even in the middle of it, and allow the user to save their progress and save their data. Okay, so basically to do this, if you just want to get this file with me, there's this write example.java just loaded into Eclipse, and the file is pretty much done. Okay, and so I should have changed this to chapter 11. Sorry, but anyways, you can see I have 3 different methods, all using this file students.txt. And I put a kind of a cool note here is you don't need to create the file at all. If you try to write to a file that doesn't exist, it'll just create one on the fly. And I'll show you how that works here in a second. Okay. And so just walking through the code a little bit, to read the file is exactly like we've been doing. You create an array list of students, make a new file, make a scanner of that file. While the scanner still has lines, we get the data and we split it. I think I put everything by commas again. And so you can see 0, 1, 2, 3, that data I think is the name of the student, is if they're cool or not, and how many dates they've gone on. So that's the same as we were doing before, where here's our student is just, got sort of 3 pieces of data: their name, are they cool or not, and their number of dates. So this read is just essentially, reading those 3, putting them in an array list, and then printing them out. Okay, and that's all code we've done before. Well, we catch the exception there if we can't find the file, etc., etc. Okay, and then the write is a little different. You still need a try catch, but you make what's called a buffered writer, and you write to whatever file is sent in here. And again, that name is students.txt for all of these. We're using the same file. So we're essentially reading from it, writing to it, and appending data to it. Okay, so for the write, you just write line by line with a /n for a return at the end. And everything we did at least is comma separated. Okay, so if you want to use a different thing besides comma separated, obviously you'd change the way it writes here, and then you would just change your split here. So if you wanted to, separate it by underscores, you could just split off an underscore here, but then when you write, you'd have to write with underscores between the data there. Okay, and then it just closes the writer. So this writes 2 new students on there, one named Smith, who is cool with 51 dates, and one named Sam, who's also cool with 100 dates. Okay, and then you can also append. So I think write overwrites what used to be in the file. So if you want to add extra data, extra lines to the end of the file, you'd want to use append. And so it's very, very similar. I think this buffered writer line is exactly the same. And all you do is you call writer.append. And this would make a student named Hilda. They are cool and they've done a lot of dates. And then they would write, this is a print, then we close it. And then you have to do try catch again, basically, because if you can't find that file, then we're in trouble. So that's what's happening there. Okay, so I'm going to see. I already got a students.txt file here. So I'm going to delete it just to show you don't even have to have one at the start. Because you probably don't have one there currently, unless you made one. But basically, I'm just going to, let's just do, now that the file's not there, let's just do a straight write. Okay, so I'm going to comment these out. And I'm going to go to the write code. And you can make whatever students you want here. So maybe I don't know, let's make Noah here. Noah is equal as false. Number of dates is like 3. Okay, and then who else do we want to make here? You can make a Megan student, definitely cool. Say gone on like 40 dates or something like that. Maybe let's add one more. So you can just add another line here. And maybe make Dionys, definitely cool. Dionys gone on 50 days. Okay, so right now there is no file there because we deleted it. So I'm going to hit run, hit the go button, and all we're doing right now is writing. Let's see if it works. Okay, and so it terminated, nothing shows up, but then let's try to refresh. So if you come in here and refresh this, boom, there's a students.txt, and we can see, let's take a look at it, and we made Noah, Megan, and Dionys, bam, exactly like we wanted. Okay, so there wasn't even a file, so it just made it, the write made it. Okay, so now let's see if we can append, and again, I think if you write again, it wipes it all out. Like, so we don't want to write again. Now that we have the file, we want to append. So let's go down to append, and it looks like append is going to make Hilda with a lot of dates. Okay, so that's actually here. I'm going to have this open right here. So that's what it looks like now. I'm going to run it, and then it did write. It said we wrote, confirms we wrote, and then let's open it again. Now we can see Hilda's been added. And if I keep running it, 1, 2, 3, just keeps making more Hildas there. You can actually see it happen on the fly. It's kind of neat. Okay, so that's how you append. Once you already have the file, you can append to it. Append data like that. Okay, and then, let's see. So from there, I think that's kind of it. So the other one just is now that it's already there, if we want to read to it, this would just now not change the file, but it would read all the data, and it calls the toString on it. So there's it reading it and printing out the different students that we've made. Okay, and then the final piece is like this would get really hard, but if these were like characters in a game and you wanted to modify their stats, that would get really tricky. So I think the idea there would be is you'd have to do a read, but then for each read, man, you'd have to write a line or write a different line. So man, I'm not even sure exactly how I would do that. I guess what I would probably do is I would read all the files, store it in an array list of students like we have here, basically store it, and then just call a write and rewrite everything. Like you could modify like whatever student you wanted. Like if you wanted to change their is cool to true or something, you would modify that specific student in the array list, change it to cool, and then just write, call a write, and just write all the students from that array list. So you do a read, modify any ones you want, and then overwrite everything that's in the file. That's probably how I would do it, and that should probably actually work pretty well. So if you want help doing something like that, just let me know. But this has the basics, at least, of reading from the file, writing to it, and then appending data to the end of it. So hopefully that helps, and if you're doing like some sort of game or your final project, hopefully that gives you some information on how to do it. All right, that's it. Thank you for watching.